Welcome back to the channel. My name is A-Bomb. We are back with Football Manager 2019 and it's a resurgence with BFC Dynamo, and today it's a big derby match in Berlin as we take on Union Berlin. Probably the biggest fixture the club has, and in our 5th season we finally come across it, so I'm excited to get it going. Let's go through the stuff we did off screen and then we will jump into it. The last match that we played on camera was the 2-2 draw at home against Heidenheim. We weren't behind, equalised, got back in front, but then conceded late on to end up with a point. But points are good. You know what? We're just expected to stay up this year. Every point's going to matter. We're okay. We're in top half. And we picked up some huge results. We are the comeback kings at the moment, but at the same time, we've kind of turned into the league's draw specialists again. We keep drawing matches. We have won some matches. We won our 3rd match, but we keep drawing games. We're not losing them though, that's the plus. So 5 fixtures to go through, and this was the big one against Augsburg, a fantastic team that, you know what, have previous experience in the Bundesliga. They've been in European football. And we got a point against them. We were 3-0 down, but we got 3 second half goals in, what is it? Istanbulsburg? Is that what we're going to call it? I don't know. But we were 3-0 down. Adil Samir got 2 early goals, getting a goal after just 90 seconds and then making it 2-0 on 25 minutes. The winger Musa Diaby then made it 3-0 on 34 minutes. So we weren't looking good at all. We weren't looking good. 3-0 down after just over half an hour. Not great. But a bit of an assertive team talk and a couple of changes, and things really did improve. Greisel was one of the key sort of difference makers, as was a Marius Fuchs, a striker, getting his first goal. So yeah, really, really good performance. 2 goals for Jean-Claude Cabella to bring it back to 3-2, getting a goal about midway through the second half, and then making it 3-2 on the 86th minute. And with not a lot of time to go, we just needed the one. Fuchs replaced Mark Brasnich, who had a less than impressive game, and he got the equaliser with one of the last kicks of the game. In the 95th minute, Max Fuchs gets his first goal and equalises for BFC Dynamo from 3-0 down, getting back to 3-3. I think that's really, really remarkable. Up next was a home game against Dynamo Dresden, a really important game in terms of like the lore of the series, because these are the 2 most successful teams in what was East Germany. Dynamo Dresden with 8 East German titles, BFC Dynamo with 10. So the 2 most successful sides in historical East Germany facing each other and sharing the spoils, 1-1 draw. Dresden had a pretty bad first half as Quirin Mol got an early injury, the midfielder, and had to be replaced. And then his replacement, Chetin, got a straight red card on 43 minutes. So they weren't looking good, and they had more than half the match with 10 men. But we really struggled to break them down, and Dresden, they're showing their quality. You know what, we're not one of the best teams in this division. So, yeah, we're not as good as some of these other guys. And they did take a lead, Felix Kraus scoring just before the hour to give Dynamo Dresden that 1-0 lead. But once again, we left it late with the equaliser, and it was Greisel off the bench again, making the difference, getting the 93rd minute equaliser and making it 1-1. Really, really good to come back again. But we're leaving this a bit late. With these like draws, I mean, if we can get late winners, brilliant. If we can be in winning positions, even better. But it's nice to see that we're grinding games out till the end and getting points. It's good. Then it was another comeback from behind against Arminia Bielefeld, but they used to be an established Bundesliga side. Again, it was a 2-0 lead and we went behind. It was 2 quick-fire goals by Bielefeld. Keanu Stauder scored one on 29 minutes, and then almost instantly the striker Seidel scored and made it 2-0 after just half an hour. So again, not particularly good play in the first half, but changes were made and we improved vastly in the second half. It was Brasnich getting the 2 goals on this occasion, 58th minute goal to bring it back to 2-1, and then on the 70th minute getting that equaliser. Now Kleinert played up front, and I'll explain why in a minute. Cabella is no longer at the club, and we'll talk about that in a second. But I gave Kleinert a start. He didn't impress me, so he is very much 3rd choice striker, maybe even 4th choice, because we have had to bring in another forward on a free transfer because Cabella has gone back to his parent club, to his main club. But I'll go through that shortly. But yeah, good to come back from 2-0 down, leaving it late. Again, we're just showing our desire sometimes, and we're grinding out really good results. We did eventually win our third match of the season. It was a home game against FC Nuremberg, who were actually top of the league, and we managed to beat them 3-2. Tremendous performance. One of the best ones of this season so far. Although I think the 4-0 win on our opening day is the best one. Let's see if we can do that again. That was a great start. But finally get a win here after, I think it was 5 draws in a row, maybe even 6. It was a lot. Max Fuchs started the match after complaining about lack of first team football, and he rewarded me with 2 goals. Fuchs scoring the first one in the 19th minute, actually leading Dynamo. It's the first time in a while that we've actually gone in front in a match. And we did so in this one, but on the half-hour mark we were pegged back as Kamil Jozwiak scored on the half-hour mark to equalise and make it 1-1. 5 minutes into the second half, we went back in front, Brasnich scoring to make it 2-1. And then Fuchs added his second goal of the game on 78 minutes to make it 3-1 BFC Dynamo. A 2-goal lead. It's a rare one for us. It really is. But Nuremberg, a late comeback, a late fight back. Troilers Null scoring on the 89th minute to make it 3-2. Could not get that equaliser. If that had been us on the other end, we definitely would have got it. But Nuremberg losing 3-2 to us. Good performance. And the final match we played off screen was a goalless draw against Holstein Kiel. A couple of chances for either side. It was a pretty close game. Hendel making some saves. I think Holstein maybe just edged the match. I think the draw might have been fair. I mean, we had possession. They had more shots. So I'd say it was about 50-50. I think the draw's fair. But this one ended in a stalemate. So the good news is that we are unbeaten in 7 matches. But the bad news is only one of those has been a win. So I mean, it's nice to not see so much red, and when we had a horrible August, but 5 draws in a row, and then the win, and then another draw. So we are unbeaten in 7 matches. Let's just try and turn some of this yellow into green. It's very much like our first season, our record-breaking season, where we had 16 draws in the league, almost half of our matches drawn. So, I mean, we might end up with that again. We've drawn 6 out of, how many games we played? About 12? So looking at the league table, you can see that we are just inside the top half, level on points with Holstein Kiel, the team we've just drawn against. Our opponents today are second from bottom, level with Paderborn at the bottom of the table. So not having a good time, our Union Berlin, just 2 wins, just the 1 draw, losing 8 matches. So let's talk about Jean-Claude Cabella then. He suffered an injury in training. He was in the weight room and he tore his abdomen. So that kept him out for up to 3 months, and seeing as we're actually paying his wages from Fortuna Düsseldorf, it didn't really make sense to keep him. And considering how serious an injury it was, it made sense to send him back to his parent club to get treatment. So he's gone back to Fortuna Düsseldorf, which is a shame because he started really well for us. 6 goals in 8 starts. He played really well for us. But unfortunately, he's no longer with us. If he's fit in January, we might try and get him back. So that did leave us in a bit of a situation with strikers. We had Fuchs, we had Brasnich. We had Kleinert, but less said about him the better. So we needed to bring in another striker. And I found a free agent who hopefully will be able to fit that bill. And that is Leander Beinlich, who last played for Wiesbaden. And he's 20. He's a poacher, so he'll fit in kind of how Brasnich plays and kind of how Cabella plays. They're very much sort of in the same mould. 2.5 star current ability, 4.5 star potential. Nice finishing stat of 15. Technique is okay at 11. That's not too bad. Some decent mentals as well. Composure's good. Physically, he's pretty decent as well. He's got a bit of pace about him, acceleration especially. So hopefully he can be a good striker for us. I don't know how much he'll play. He's only earning £500 a week. So he's very much a backup player. But I mean, he could prove to do well. If he trains well, if he looks good, then he might get some game time. And if he scores, he might be a good player for the season. Who knows? He's only on a 2-year deal. But the big game today against Union Berlin, the Ostberliner derby. They are second from bottom, but they have picked up a couple of wins recently, beating Waldorf and beating Paderborn. I think that's a German Cup game, that Waldorf match. But let's see how this goes. Now, this is the team that last played against Holstein Kiel, and they're in good form. Kircher's a bit doubtful at the moment. Not sure what's happening with him. I did play Deininger for a couple of matches, but he wasn't much better. I think we'll stick with Tim Kircher. We'll play him as the wing back on defend. Brasnich and Fuchs playing up top I quite like. McConnell impressed off in midfield at the moment. Schlicht has kind of not really got going this season, so we'll see what happens with him. Hobrook and Bloom are playing at the moment. Fink is available. He had a bit of an injury, but Hobrook and Bloom have got a good partnership going, so They've been playing well together. We're going to keep them going for now. Salah's also just come back from an injury. So at the moment, Paradisi's actually starting. He's got his first start last time round. So we're going to see what he's made of. So I've kind of made our instructions a little bit more simple. I thought that we had quite a lot of instructions. I've kind of got rid of a few. So we're going to go for some shorter passing with a high tempo, focusing play on the flanks and hitting the early crosses. Play for set pieces as well, because I think we're good at those. In transition, we are countering and counter-pressing, and with goal kicks, we are distributing to the flanks. We were going a bit shorter and playing them to the fullbacks, but we're going to aim for the wingers now. And then when we are chasing the ball, we're going to high line of engagement, just a normal defensive line, but fairly wide, and tighter marking and more pressing. And that seems to be doing better than we were before. I think for some reason we were starting with a high line, and I don't know why. But we've got that back to normal now, and hopefully that will fix a few things. So let's have a look at their team then. Potter is the man up front, or is it Poulter? No, it's Poulter. He's the striker. I mean, he's very well rounded. He's very brave and very strong. And he's 6'4" as well. A very big target man. That might cause some problems with set pieces. But seeing as this is a derby, for the first time, we're actually going to go for the fans team talk. And there is actually some reaction to that for a first time in a while, because we have a derby. So good team talk. Now, is the performance going to be good? Hopefully it is. And off we go. Oh, stands are absolutely packed, which is good to see. I think it's going to be a lot of attendance for this match. Might be our biggest seller so far. Hopefully it is. We'll get some nice bits of money for that. 8 minutes coming up, and a throw in for us in a good position as Fuchs goes for the header, but it's still with us. Presthoffer to McConnell. Actually, for the first time, I think I've actually seen almost a goal there. We actually scored a goal from them giving away possession from the throw, and it's happening so much in this game that you give away possession from the throw, and I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's just because our players aren't very good at taking throws. I don't know, but yeah, it's not good to see. But we actually took advantage of it for once, and Fuchs coming forward here. 18 minutes coming up, and that's a good ball for Brasnic. It's a little bit overcooked though, but ball still in there. Paradisi going for goal. And it is cleared. And Kircher will give it another go. Switches play to Harting on the left. Halbrock. Presthoffer. Good play by us here in the first 20 minutes or so. Creating a couple of chances. Kamaria. Come on. Left wing is not really going too well at the moment. Both Kamaria and Urkic not really putting together any sort of form. Presthoffer goes for goal, and that was well over. But we are controlling the game in the early stages here, which is good. In fact, we're going to go a little bit more positive for that, because we haven't really seen much from Union Berlin yet. At half-time, not the greatest of matches. A couple of little chances for us. Did they actually count as chances? One half chance. But it's more than they've had, that's for sure. Again, I think we'll go for the fans team talk. Like it somewhat works. I think we have got some players here that are Berlin born, quite a few. I misclicked then as told the strikers I wasn't happy with finishing. I mean, that's kind of true, but we're not playing that badly. We'll keep going. I'm not going to change anything. We've got like 3 yellow cards out of there. That's the only concern for me. 3 players on yellows. But let's see what happens in this second half. We have been the better team. Let's prove that and get another win. Come on. Kamaria intercepts there, which is good. Oh, free kick for Benatelli. And headed towards goal. Cleared by, I think it was Hendel. Presthoffer. And now the break is on. Brasnic. Oh, he's beaten to the ball by Yilmaz. Haven't actually put away a lot of shots despite our possession. Let's try and work it in. And I'm going to go for the overlap on the right as well. And just go a little bit more direct. Not direct, just less short, definitely. I mean, do I go attacking? We've seen very little from Berlin. And they haven't had a shot at target yet. So I'm going to go attacking. And yeah, it's not going especially well. Fuchs apprehensive. Some 6.6s out there. It's been a boring game. It just has. Turpitz. Alsman to Benatelli, and Berlin looking to threaten here, but not seeing much from them. That's a ball forward. Not a great header by, what's his name? Kircher? Redondo. Oh, it's saved by Hendel. That's the first real chance Berlin have had. Union Berlin. We're both Berlin. Right, let's get it off attacking. I feel like we're going a bit too top heavy there. And the set piece is saved by Hendel, but another corner now. Berlin's starting to finally come to life in this game. And we've kind of fallen asleep. Corner ball by Alsman, it's in. And it's a header one by Bloom. And now Paradisi. Now what can we do? Come on. I want to see what this kid's made of. We're actually giving a youngster a chance. It was Milterstadt a couple of years ago, but now it's Paradisi. 70 minutes. Let's make some changes because this is not going well. Fuchs is apprehensive. We're going to swap the 2 rounds. Urkic for Kamario. Just 5 shots at goal, which is less than our opponents. This has not gone well today. Let's overlap on both sides and let's be more expressive. This isn't going right. Fuchs is apprehensive. He's going to come off. Going to put Kleiner up top. And this might end up being another 0-0 draw here, but I really hope it's not. I want to start winning some of these matches. Just 2 minutes left though. This has been a boring match and I apologise for it. It's a derby and it's been pretty wimpy if you ask me. We have got another change we can make, but we're almost at 6 minutes of injury time. Not really sure why. Like, unless it's going to be a highlight for us. I don't know. Maybe it's one for them. But I feel like the whistle's going to blow in a minute. Why are they even... why are we still playing? There we go. Well, that was underwhelming. I mean, we didn't play that badly. Defended well. But just struggled to create chances going forward. Did we have anything else other than that half chance? No, we didn't. So, just a very boring game. Sorry. That was a bit of an anticlimax because I bigged up the big derby and we were rewarded with a stalemate. That's pretty disappointing. I mean, we are now unbeaten in 8 matches. Kleiner hasn't scored in 18 games. Like, he's done. He's not staying after this season. No way. What was the attendance in the end? 15,000. 3,750 away fans. So a really good turnout. If we can do that all season, that would be brilliant because some of these matches we're getting sort of 5,000-6,000 and that's good. I mean, compared to previous seasons, that's fantastic. But these big games, these big money games, Union Berlin and Dynamo Dresden, we're getting some good turnouts for this. If we can get that all season, if we can play some good football in these games, that'll attract more fans. So I'm disappointed that we've drawn both of those matches. If we'd have won them, I think that would have brought in more fans and more tickets, definitely. But yeah, let's try and play well in these home games and we might be able to get some more money through these ticket sales. Let's have a look at our upcoming fixtures then. Yard Regensburg are coming up again, who of course we played at the start of the season. We won 4-0. What we're going to do is we're going to take on Regensburg again. See if we can repeat that 4-0 when we started with, because that was absolutely insane. I can't believe that our first match we won 4-0 and we can only win 2 more matches the rest of the season. We're coming up to halfway and we're still in 8th. 8th is a good finish. Like, for a team that's expected to finish bottom, we're doing really good. We've got 16 points from 12. I think I said this before, but if we can average a point a game, I think that will be enough to keep us up. So we're doing more than enough at the moment. We're doing really, really well. And next time, Regensburg again, let's see if we can do the double over them. But that is going to do it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed it, do drop a like down below, leave comments, and if you want to see videos as and when they send up on YouTube, do hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell to receive updates if I upload or go live, and follow me on social media so you don't miss any of my content. I'll see you next time for Jan Regensburg. Halfway point of the season, we'll see where we stand. If we can stay in the top half, fantastic. That'd be really, really good. But we'll see what happens in our next few games. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.